Hey, what's going on, guys? PGN here. In this video I'd like to introduce interactive embedded CNC apps I've developed for CNCinEnglish.com site. So all this stuff has started from creating a didactic JavaScript Chinese chess engine that had so-called standalone apps here. So I had a play online mode, game viewer, and puzzle solver. All are standalone apps with really lots of features, like you can change the theme piece, how the pieces look, etc. Edit mode, so really lots of features. I've been showcasing this project for really like within the within a few videos recently. So also we have the game viewer. Let me just turn on the sound. So it also supports the board sounds. Okay, so the same for puzzle solver, so you can just solve puzzles like mate in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So really lots of mates here being available. But the problem was how actually to make use of this for third-party sites, and I got in touch with Dian, the author and maintainer of CNCinEnglish.com site. I'll now demonstrate you my I will demonstrate you my sort of embedded apps just right in a moment. But before this, let me just demonstrate how I have adopted my apps to be embedded via iframes into third-party apps. I'm sorry, just close this unnecessary stuff down below. Okay, so here is the demo page, and all these diagrams you see on your screen are the iframes based on my Wacom CNC engine. So several versions, so let me just say a few words about one of them. So this is the default version. We have a board to play CNC, so we don't have any controls here, and we can't really change anything here at all, but we already can play the game of CNC with a very huge opening book based on 40,000 games that I've scraped from World CNC Federation. So it's really a kind of knowledgeable program, despite its kind of little size. Also, we can solve mates. So here is a snippet with a hard-coded, with a bundled mate in 2. We can also use snippets for mate in 1, 2, 3, 4, and unknown number of moves to mate as well. That's the current functionality. So here we can just simply checkmate the opponent, and this is a checkmate, and when the 5 seconds passes, it just uploads to a new to the next puzzle, basically. Now it's the same apps, but already we have a feature to undo moves, which might be very nice and good idea if you blunder pieces. You can also start a new game here automatically, so just a little bit more options here. Also, you can flip the board, so some controls been involved. And for puzzles, we also can pick some whatever puzzles of this 662 available. Same might be done for mating 2, mating 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Also, we can customize the board appearance, and size. Well, I didn't yet implement like different. It might be using different textures, obviously, but this is just the very initial kind of proof of concept implementation. So this serves the purpose of demonstrating that we can use a different board size. So this is the smallest possible one, and here we have a slightly bigger one. I'll now walk through the code snippets, so it would be much more clear on how this kind of sort of works. And same custom appearance for this puzzle board, so literally just a bigger board here. And also, obviously, we can embed the full-blown developer version. It's the exact copy of what I had within my standalone app. So here we already can use really numerous features, changing the board, and really, yeah, so really lots of stuff here. You can pick bots to play against. Every bot has its own opening book, different level of spline strength. So it's really the full-blown app here. And the same for the game viewer. So also it's a full-blown game viewer where, well, here in particular I have the games played by Dahua being bundled into the app. So that's kind of how it works. And in order to embed this sort of snippets into third-party website, here are the code snippets themselves. So for every single app that has been presented there, we have this Playboard, no control. So we need to make sure that the width and the height of the iframe exactly fits the width and the height of its content. And now if we don't, I'm using string query parameters to as some sort of an API to alter the behavior and the appearance of the target interactive diagram. So here, let's say we just call in this CNC HTML, which is the Playboard, and we're not specifying any parameters here, which means that we just go for that bare minimum mode. So this is it. Just to give you a very quick idea. So this one first. Takes a bit of a time to load, but yeah, that's the downside of the iframes. So this one, the bare board. So in order to embed this sort of a stuff into the website, this is the code snippet. In order to embed this one, this is the code snippet, and so on. But obviously you can alter the snippets as soon as you understand how they work. So, well, for puzzle solver, yeah, it's kind of the same, but also here I specify the made in 2. So let's say if here it was like made in 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or question mark, that would be the respective number of mates you need to make in order to mate your opponent. So Playboard with controls. Now I've just added this controls as a string query parameters, and this it's kind of the same width and no, it's not not already the same. So here we had 272.302 and here we have 272.337. So the height is a little bit bigger to fit this controls as well. So here you just use the only single Boolean controls parameter to get these controls embedded, and very similar for this made in 3. So for a puzzle picker, so here we have made in 3, and pick puzzle is another parameter to just to show this puzzle picker, literally this drop down list. Okay, so what else? So custom size for a CNC board. So 250 is the minimal width. So here I've adjusted already the width and the height, and here note that we have the board size parameter being set to 350, and controls to make sure the controls are available. You can get rid of them, then there would be just a bigger board without controls. So it's quite pretty simple. I try to keep this as simple as possible. So same for this one. So again, like board size being set, number of moves to mate, and pick puzzle Boolean parameter as well. What else? Well, the developer version is just the full-blown kind of copy of what I have in my standalone apps that I've been demonstrating in the very beginning of this video. So yeah, quite pretty same stuff. Well, the path is from another repository, but this doesn't really matter that much. So one of the benefit of using this iframes is that if whatever bugs are found, you don't really need to update anything. So if I update it on my site, it would automatically get updated on your site, which is really good thing. So well, maybe not really that impressive, but for free apps, I think this is really kind of good enough then to consider, basically. Yeah, so I think this might make some sense. And now a very final demonstration. So using this snippets I've provided here, I've created a couple of demos just to show how these puzzles can be imported into third-party sites. Well, unfortunately, at the moment, Fanhausen is on vacation, so he's not reachable at the moment. And I'm running this locally, so I don't have an access to his website and to his pages, which is actually good. But I can try and embed this locally, and then I would be composing some custom some custom code snippets for him to copy paste the code into his sources, because he's not a programmer, but he can copy paste snippets of code and thus embed this sort of a diagram. So here is an example of the full-blown app developer version. I've just pasted this just right into the home page. Well, obviously probably won't be there because it's a little bit I don't know. Well, I like how it looks, but I'm not the author of the website, so I'm not the guy to judge this. But just to give you an idea, so this is how it would look like if we embed the developer version just straight ahead into the website. Here is an example of this minified board, let's say puzzle of the day, like you like to do on some websites. So puzzle of the day might be really interesting. So here you just can, again, like you can play this and you can checkmate your opponent, and there would be another puzzle. So it would get updated after 5 seconds passes, so that's it. Here you can play full-blown game of CNC. You can change the bots to play against, all the stuff, all the parameters. So they're really all I've been showing you within the demo snippets. Okay, and another little example. So here on cncenglish.com we have the sections for made in 1, 2, 3, etc. So lots of theory here, some books that Van Houten is selling, and also he's using his Don't Pin CNC diagrams to showcase. They don't work here because I'm running this locally. It relies on a JAX request. It only works when it's deployed, but doesn't matter really. So actually here user can go through the moves and see some examples of basic kills, or basic kills and 2 moves here. And after the user learns how to make this, he can then scroll down below and try his own kind of stuff. So here he can already solve mates in 2 on his own. So this is just another way of how this embedded board might be working. So I think this is quite pretty self-explanatory. So this is the idea. So from now on I'm going to be creating some custom diagrams and respectively some custom code snippets to embed into this website. So we'll see, we'll try to make it a little bit more interactive and try to see how it works basically. Well, okay guys, so I think this is it from my side. I really hope that in the next videos I would show you how this was actually embedded, because this is just a demonstration, so this is not really this is just my local computer, so it's not deployed yet, and it probably would look like somewhat a different way, but I just want to give you an idea of how this a bit of a last century technology of iframes, but still quite pretty nice for those cases when you're working with a man who's not a developer but who knows how to use iframes, yeah, and who can copy paste the code into his website. So I think this is the compromise that is really good in terms of the easiest way possible. Well, obviously this is it's possible to embed this natively without using iframes, but that's a little bit more complicated, and actually, to be honest, it's not intended for that purpose. It's possible, but I'm not providing any documentation or something, but I can help you within the on-demand basis. So if you want to embed this natively into your website, feel free to contact me at freesoft.com, freesoft.for.people@gmail.com. It's my email is available on GitHub. It's everywhere literally, and I'll help you to natively embed this into your website or web page if you're interested. So this is it from my side, guys. CodeMac was with you. We'll see some exciting upcoming projects in the future, hopefully. So until the next time, and take care.